further after allegations that one of its own board members was stealing water for his own land outside of district boundaries.
After a months-long investigation by a third party, the board was evenly divided in a 2-2 vote this week on whether to keep digging. Fox 40's Josie Hart joins us from Modesto to give us a breakdown of where things stand now.
For now, it appears no further action will be taken, but we do know that a lot of people in the community called for this investigation to begin with, and that's including an attorney who represents local growers. An investigation was launched earlier this year after community members raised concerns that a Modesto Irrigation District board member, Larry Bird, may have been using district water to irrigate his almond orchard outside of MID boundaries, something that would violate district policy.
I have nothing to hide.
A third-party engineering firm, Four Creeks, was hired to investigate these claims. They found that Bird's explanation that he used water through a well to irrigate his land didn't match up to their data. But at the same time, they could not prove that MID surface water was used either.
The reasoning for comparing these two analyses is if they both had suggested the same thing, we would be confident in saying there was a conclusion of whether the water was used in or out, but because they both conflict each other to some degree, that we cannot confidently suggest that it either was or was not used improperly outside of the MID boundary.
I cooperated with this investigation thoroughly.
These findings were presented during a board meeting that quickly turned tense with a heated exchange between Bird and the MID's board president, Robert Frobos.
I never said I wanted to be investigated.
Okay. Apparently we have a disagreement. Let's move on.
Mouth, you know you're lying.
Okay.
You know that?
Let's move on. And so there was 4 people in the room. We both agreed on an investigation.
After hours of discussion, the board considered whether to continue investigating, but the motion failed in a 2-2 vote. That included Larry Bird's vote. An MID spokesperson tells Fox 40 that the board's vice president, John Bower, had recused himself from the discussion and the vote due to potential conflict of interest. We spoke with Bird earlier this year. He maintained his innocence and said he believes the accusations originated from a, quote, disgruntled worker. During the board meeting, some people did speak up in support of Larry Bird, while others said that they are not happy with the vote and that they still have many questions. For now in Modesto, covering local news that matters, Josie Hart, Fox 40 News.
All right, Josie.